much for tuning in to yet another episode of the Creatives Podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Simone Campbell.
And I am your other co-host, Tevin Brown.
And today we have on actor-producer extraordinaire, Giancarlo Beltran. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey guys. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's dive in. Let's start with origins. Tell us how you got into the creative industry.
Oof, this was back in... Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me once again.
Absolutely.
How I got in here is, it's an interesting thing because when I was about 10, I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a cook.
No way.
Yeah. And so, and then like I would have cousins from Mexico would come and for Christmas and all that fun stuff. And we'd do little plays. And we would write these little plays. We were like, all right, let's get a piece of paper and just, write these little performances for our families for before Christmas time. And, we'll perform them before we open gifts at 12, at midnight.
That's so cool.
And so that's when I started, creating with my cousins and, doing performances in front of my family. And that's when I started like, this is actually fun. Mm-hmm. This is like I want to do something like this, and my cousins would say, hey, you should do this because I feel like you're pretty good, creating things on the spot, and acting wise. And I said, no, well, we'll see, I still want to do chef. Come 8 years later, when I turned 18, I was still in high school. I came back to the industry. I wasn't too sure what I still wanted to do at the time, but when I was in high school, I submitted myself into background on Facebook, and this was years and years after. I was like, well, maybe I'm just gonna submit myself into a background role and see what happens. Maybe this could maybe this could help me. Maybe if I love it, then I'll go in. 3 days later, I get a call for Chambers. This was many years ago, a TV show called Chambers, and I was background. And that day I said, I want to do this.
Yeah. That's
Like I really want to do this. And the crazy thing is I have my friend, Breaking Bad Tours. Shout out to Breaking Bad Tours. Yes. Frank, I'm so sorry I do not know your name, but you know who you are. He recommended me to this acting class, and he said, hey, you should take acting class. You should take an acting class, where I met Ron Weisberg. Shout out to my amazing acting coach, Ron Weisberg. Yeah. I've known him for about 8 years already, but going back in time. So I was in high school, and all of a sudden I started getting these calls from like background people saying, hey, we need you. Can you come, to the set and be a featured extra? You have this look that we're looking for, and maybe the director might throw in a couple words here and there. Well, I can't because I'm in school, and I got, it's the first day of school tomorrow, and I can't miss that. So I was just like, all right, well, maybe I should get into an acting class. And that's where, like I said, I called Ron Weisberg, and, I got into that acting school, StoryQuest Studios. Shout out to them. And yeah, that's how I started my creative journey. And, writing and producing came recently, about a year and a half ago. But acting wise, I've been doing acting for about 8 years. So it's been crazy.
A journey, yeah.
Oh,
seriously.
yeah.
Quick, follow-up question 1B. Are you still cooking? Do you enjoy cooking?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, I do.
Just for you?
No, sometimes, sometimes. But, well, there's, because, my brothers and my sister lives on her, her own, and my brothers live with their mom, with my mom, not their mom. But, I cook for them sometimes, if my mom is at work, I cook for them, their favorite thing that I make is salmon.
Yes. Oh, man.
I like salmon. Steak, too. Yeah.
How dare you make me hungrier than I already am.
I'm sorry.
But two of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a love language. That's cool.
Yeah. No, it's, my dream was to, when I was 10, I always said, when I graduate high school, my goal is to leave the country and go to Italy and learn their unique cuisine, unique menus, and all these things, and maybe bring all that authenticity here into the States, into Albuquerque, and also, and to make, a cool restaurant. But, acting took over, and I love it, and I fell in love with it more. So I pursue on the things that I love.
Good.
Yeah.
So
That's the right choice, right?
yeah.
Oh, it's the right choice, and I clearly love it. And speaking of kind of like your acting and film journey and everything, kind of doing my own internal investigating, I saw a little bit ago you had shared a teaser trailer for something called The Final Session.
Yes. Yeah. That was fun. I mean, that was. I'm also right now. I'm a nurse tech, or what is called a CNA as well. I'm not certified, but they call them nurse techs when they're not certified, or PCTs, patient care techs. So I'm also that as well. And the reason I mention that is because that's where the final session. And one of the night I work nights in the hospital. I work at Presbyterian Hospital, and I also work at another rehab facility called Clear Sky. Well, I work nights in those two hospitals, and one day that's where the final session came to life. And because that's, there was, like I said, nights there, you have like these slow moments, and all my patients are asleep, and sometimes these hospitals have like an eerie vibe to them.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Especially big ones, especially the hospital where I work at. It has this eerie vibe, and one day I was just walking down the highway, and I said, what if I come up with this psychological thriller short film? Potentially, if I would have created it into either a TV show or a feature film. Who knows? But I need to create something like this, because some of these patients or some of these loved ones, they are alone. And sometimes they don't have a voice. And so these, the final session kind of interprets, the voices, and people, those voices want to be heard, and they're lost, So that's kind of the realm that I went to, kind of suspenseful, thriller, that type of way. And that's where the final session came in life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Following into that, what was it like, kind of, so you had written that one as well and kind of like fully created it. What was it like, kind of, with whether or not it was the final session or a previous project, kind of that shift where it wasn't just acting but also like creating an entire concept? What was that like for you in like that creative process?
It was, well, I mean, it was interesting, because in that process, I've always wanted Ron. I've always encouraged him. It's like, yo, you should start writing, because I come up with these weird, scenarios or things. And I said, well, I mean, I guess I should. And, I mean, acting itself is its own beast, and writing itself is its own beast. So I said, well, what if I started to write and kind of transition over to, a little bit of acting that I've gotten experience, and implement it into my writing. And so that's helped me into the writing, if that's answering your question.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's helped me a lot. Yeah. So that's how the transition went into like that, just little by little. And that wasn't too long. That was actually literally last year. So starting into writing, and, because I started, honestly, I found writing therapeutic for some reason.
Oh yeah.
It's just not, just writing, or, if I had a stressful day at work, I'll go home and write and implement some things into the story. If I felt like, kind of like, well, I felt stressed out today. Maybe if I implement this into the character or into the other characters, maybe, so writing and acting, as an actor, I'd like to see it as, the point of view, sometimes as an actor too.
Yeah.
That answers the question.
Yeah. No, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I so curious, and this is a perfect lead in to what I was already going to ask. You struck me as somebody who's very insightful, and there's a sensitivity to you that I think is really wonderful. And I'm curious how your work as a CNA, the other acronym that you gave, your work in the hospital in a helping profession, how does that inform your work as an artist, or how does it connect?
Yeah, man, I mean, and that's a great question. Thank you. I mean, and I was talking to some of my acting colleagues and my friends and my best friend. I was telling him it's insane how much you get to learn and just explore and see things as, as an artist, because some of those things you can really how this person is feeling. And as an artist, it's well, maybe you can gravitate towards that a little bit and put it into your work a little bit. It sounds weird. I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's when a patient gets their, recently got their diagnosis of some sort, right? You walk in there into the room and you're going to see how they're acting. They're well, I just got my diagnosis of such and such and such. And sometimes as an artist, I can say, well, sometimes you have to, how can I say this? You have to not act, but sometimes pretend not to be hit by that, that hurts you. Yeah. Because as I work in the medical field, I see a lot of those people that I connect with very well. And now they're sad or disappointed about a diagnosis they got. And now it hits me because it's you as a person, you got this. Well, I don't want to demonstrate I don't want to demonstrate that I'm sad. So sometimes I have to, kind of act in a sense put my artist in me there. But, I hope that answers.
Yeah, that's a fantastic answer.
No, that's perfect. Moving into something else, we kind of already touched a little bit on the final session, but what else do you have coming up, whether it's acting or film or even cooking?
Yeah, that's cool. Right? What I'm cooking up, right?
Yes.
Right now, so I just got done. I can't say it just yet, but I just got done doing a TV show called. I was about to say it.
Yeah. Wait, no.
I'm excited. I can't wait. But I just got done doing a TV show with Amazon Prime, MGM Studios.
Nice.
I was a series reoccurring on that show, and that show has been it's basically one of the biggest roles I've booked in my entire career. So that's coming up 2027. So I'm really, really excited for people to see that show, because that show is a beautiful story. It has a beautiful message. And it's gonna be great, so everybody stay,
everybody
keep your ears on.
Once Amazon Prime /MGM Studios allows you to know what it is.
Yep.
Be sure to go
Get
check
in
it
there.
out.
Another thing is, like I said, I submitted the final session into a couple of film festivals, such as Tribeca. I submitted to that. I submitted to LA Latinos International Film Festival in Los Angeles. I submitted into other couple ones. I think somewhere in Beverly Hills. I think so. And that's the next thing coming up. Other stuff. I'm also got 6 more months left of nursing school, so I'm also going into nursing school myself.
Yes.
So
congratulations! That is no small feat. I have some friends who are, and brutal.
Oh man, especially when you go into pediatrics and all those things. That's when it gets tough.
I bet. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's been crazy. Yeah, so I'm excited for this next year coming up. So
yeah,
a lot of big things.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of good things coming up. Where can people find you, just to track your work and see your projects next, aside from Amazon Prime eventually?
Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram, Giancarlo.Beltran at Instagram. Also, I have an IMDb account as well, so you guys can check me out there too. Facebook, I don't really use it. That's more. I'm thinking about if I should delete it or not. But I'm leaning towards more. on the Instagram side of it, you know. Also TikTok, my name that appears on the screen is Giancarlo Beltran. You guys can follow me there too as well. I create some crazy TikToks, so.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
there. The performer comes out again.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we still got a bit of time. What have been some of your favorite moments through the journey that you've taken so far?
My favorite moments of this journey has been everything. I mean, if we're talking about highlights, I would say it's just the show that I literally worked on. I mean, that's been the highlight of my entire career because, you know, I got to learn, you know, I got to learn how the acting world works, how the industry works itself. You know, those 4 months that I was shooting, 5 months, it was 4 months. Those 4 months that we were shooting, it really taught me a lot about acting itself, the business side of it. It's just, it taught me a lot of things, and the highlight, that would be the 100% highlight of my life, of my entire career. It would be that, because it taught me just patience. It taught me timing, you know. It's just, it taught me like more and more things that I can't explain, but it's like, it's just, it taught me a lot of responsibility, discipline, you know. It's just everything. It's been amazing. So all I can say is thank you to them for, you know, for being a highlight of my life, of my entire career, not my life, but
That's it.
yeah,
A nice bonus.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the you know, I've always, you know, another cool thing has been, you know, part of my journey too, that it was my first booking, Better Call Saul. That was 3-4 months into the business. I booked Better Call Saul, and then, you know, and then after that booking Deputy, and then after that booking another recurring series, Roswell, New Mexico, on the CW. Those have been, you know, highlights of my life as well. But, you know, it's the biggest one was definitely the one that I just finished. So it's been great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at you. And then, in the year ahead, like you said, got even more exciting things coming.
Yeah. So it's been amazing. I mean, I can't complain at all.
Yeah, and meeting all of this success with a spirit of gratitude and humility, it's huge, you know, and that's what manifests not only new opportunities, but also I think helps keep you present too, right? Enjoying all the
100%.
moments as they come.
Yeah. You know, I tell people it's just, you know, enjoy the process.
Yeah.
You know, just take one day just one step at a time. Keep working towards those goals, you know. Don't stop. That's what I tell people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So actually kind of perfect. You jumped right onto my next question, which
Oh.
was going to be whether it was a bullet point, a paragraph, or one sentence, like advice you have for any type of creative in their respective field trying to go in.
One piece of advice is don't stop. There's a reason why God put that dream in your heart, and you have to pursue it. Because, you know, everything and anything is possible in life. But it's up to them or you if you want to do it. The tools are there, but
You have the agency.
are you going to do it? You know? That's the thing that I tell people, you know, it's like, that's the one advice that I would have is don't quit. You know? If you quit, you fail. If you don't quit, you know, you're already successful in that place.
Yeah.
You know, you're pursuing it, and it's, you know, you stop, maybe you take a break, that's not failing. If you stop completely and you said, I quit, that's you did a dishonor to yourself, and that's when that failure comes in. But even at that, I don't like saying failure, you know, because even if you tried it, you're still successful in that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you had a learning opportunity.
Of
right?
course, yeah. So
Like
it's
that.
been great.
Eradicate the idea of failure from your mind.
Yeah.
Completely. You always succeed just by living.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Well, Giancarlo, thank you so much for joining us today.
thank you.
It's been so great talking to you. Thank you to my amazing co-host.
And thank you to my amazing co-host.
And be sure to check his stuff out. You can follow him on Giancarlo.Beltran on Instagram. You can find the Facebook, but it's it's Facebook.
Not
we
for
all
long.
know Facebook. All right. More importantly, you can also find his IMDb, where you can especially keep track of the projects that he's already had come out, as well as the projects he has coming out once studios allow you to know about it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. My YouTube people, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube's recently changed the algorithm, so likes are a lot more important than they ever have been before. So please, it's all one click. It's completely free. It's not Twitch where you have to pay $5 to subscribe or anything. It's all just pressing the button and you're already here and supporting us. It's just another way to help support us and get our stuff to even more people. You can also check us out on Catharsis Media's channel 96 and then Studio 519's channel 519. Our producer David's over on the side with like a shotgun, like, Tevin, if you mess these numbers up before time. But they do so much for us, and please support them because they are doing so many great things in the community. I mean, the creatives is just one thing that Studio 519 does here. They have an entire calendar of different things that you can check out, be a part of. Please be sure to reach out to them, as well as Catharsis Media. They have a huge calendar of so much stuff that they're constantly doing, and it's all amazing. Special thank you to those guys. Special thank you as well to RME Free TV, that's RM Entertainment, which you can catch on your Roku TV, Apple TV, or smartphone devices. They are, for those, I know, kind of like we had talked about it when we first got sponsored by them and everything, but RM Entertainment, it's completely free, another streaming site. It's completely independently owned. It's an incredible woman who's like trying to build her stuff up, and so we have a beautiful partnership with her where she's putting us on her content as well to also try and up her streaming service. And I check it out every now and again. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. I won't lie.
It's true.
So please be sure to go support her as well. And thank you guys so much. Once again, my name is Tevin Brown.
And I am Simone Campbell.
And please have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.